he's just talking to me like the whole time in that super like porn-tastic way. He's like, I'm gonna make you come. I'm gonna make you come so hard. And I'm just like, yeah, buddy, whenever you want.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to This Is Not Happening. I'm your host, Ari Shafir, and tonight, it's all stories about romance. Yeah. Please help me welcome a very, very funny woman, Miss Kate Willett, everybody. Let her hear it.
So I'm gonna tell you guys a story about Burning Man. So I went to Burning Man this past year. Give it up if you've ever been to Burning Man. Anybody? Okay, some people. Yeah. I was skeptical about it because I've heard that it's kind of lame now, a lot of tech people. But it's actually really cool. There's a lot of neat stuff you can do there. You can dance all night. You can see really cool art. Or you can have an unplanned pregnancy scare. That is what I did. So I went out there and I ran into this guy that I know from home. He's actually one of my roommates. And you know when you run into somebody at Burning Man, like you basically have to fuck them. It's like the gift economy thing out there. So we decided that we were gonna have sex at Burning Man, and we wanted it to be like really spiritual, really transformative, really special. But there's not a great place to have sex at Burning Man. Like we were like, oh, where are we gonna do this? You know, because my tent was like covered in dust and glitter, and in his camp they're having a non-violent communication circus arts workshop. We're like, where can we do this? So we decided on the orgy tent. Because we knew that would be possible there. So we go there, we wait in line for a while, and I see the wheels in my friend's head turning, you know, because he's like 24, and I can tell that he's like picturing this whole scenario of a bunch of like porn-looking ladies being like, I'm bisexual, but mostly I just love your dick. And I knew it was going to be a lot more Ren Fair than that. We walk in there. The first thing we see is this giant, like, bear-looking guy. He's wearing a leather utility kilt, and he is fisting a woman. He's barking like a dog. He's just like, roof, roof, roof. And my friend looks at this whole scenario, and he's like, I don't even know if I can do this with you here, Kate. It's too weird. And I was like, you gotta stop whining and put out. Like, just to be clear, I don't think that anybody is entitled to sex with anybody, but at the same time, we did wait in line for half an hour. So we go in there, we like look around, we find a spot on a mat, there's a bunch of people doing like sex yoga around, and we start having sex, and pretty immediately I can tell that it's some of the worst sex that I've ever had in my life. Like so bad. Like this guy is making no effort whatsoever. It is like freshman dorm kind of stuff. Like he's not even trying because he's super cute, you know? And sometimes cute people, they don't really make that extra effort for you in bed, right? Like if you want someone to really kill it in bed, you gotta go for the short, the fat, and the ugly. Those people are striving to be invited back. If you sleep with someone cute, it's just like, hey, I've got this dick, so congratulations. And like the whole time they're just thinking about how lucky you are, and it's just like, ugh. But this guy, he's just talking to me like the whole time in that super like porn-tastic way. He's like, I'm gonna make you come. I'm gonna make you come so hard. I'm gonna make you come so hard. And I'm just like, yeah, buddy, whenever you want. He's like, have you ever been fucked like this before? I was just like, honestly, no. Like, he was fucking me like he did not know that I was a stand-up comedian. As a quick little side note, he knows now. So then a few minutes go by and he finishes and I also finish, but not because he was good at it, just because I'm a feminist. And he says to me, he's like, "Oh, Kate, I gotta tell you something. It is gonna be a real bummer." And I'm thinking like, yeah, I know what this is because I'm a lady that's had casual sex before, and the like bummer is always like, "I'm really sorry that I can't have a relationship with you," and it's always from like the worst guy too. Like women are just like sitting in their rooms being like, "Please God, give me a terrible boyfriend." It's like "I'm sorry, I don't see anything long term." It's like, dude, no, it's cool. I just want to like fuck 4 more times, and if we're being honest, probably loan you some money. I am not in this to win it. So I start getting up and leaving, and he's like, no, Kate, this is a serious thing. This is really serious. So I'm like, okay, fine, what is it? He's like, the condom broke. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, that is a huge bummer because I definitely cannot have a kid with this guy. Like, no way. No matter how many crystals he sells in the spiritual bookstore, we are not going to be able to pull it together to support a fam. And I for sure don't want to have an abortion with him. Like, I want you guys to understand, I'm not against abortion, except with him. It would be a huge pain in the ass. He for sure would not pay for half, you know? He probably would give me like $20, which I would know was a lot for him financially, but also emotionally. And then I'd have to be like, "Oh, you did really good." And it's just like, I don't want to get into that, you know? We'd go to Planned Parenthood together and we'd be sitting in the waiting room and he'd be like, "Oh man, this is some really heavy karma, dude." And I would just be like, "Oh my God, how old am I gonna be before I stop having sex with men who call me dude?" He'd be like getting upset, and so I'd like feed him some chips from the vending machine to calm him down. He'd be like, "I don't even know if these are vegan." And I'd just be like, "I can't wait to kill your baby." But I'm thinking like, okay, this will be all right. Like, it won't come to that, you know? Obviously, they're gonna have the morning after pill at Burning Man. Of course, they have Plan B at Burning Man. Like, does Burning Man seem like a place that a lot of people have a Plan A? So I asked my friend if he wants to come with me to the medical tent. And he's like, "Yeah, I don't know, Kate. Like, the vibes between us are just really not chill right now." So I was like, all right, whatever. And then I just decide for myself, like, I'm going to handle this situation like the mature adult woman that I am. So I just put on my tutu and got on my bicycle. I ride to the medical tent. And I get there, and there's just like dehydrated hippies everywhere, super dusty, coming down from like every single drug. And the lady at the desk, the triage nurse, she has like purple hair, and I go up to her and I was like, "Hey, excuse me, do you have any Plan B?" And she's like, "Oh, what happened?" And I was like, "Well, I was having sex with this guy and the condom broke." And she's like, "Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Are you concerned about STDs?" And I was like, "You know what? I'm not really. I don't think a lot of other people would have sex with this guy. I'm a pretty special snowflake." I really am, though. Like, I've let people in my body that I would not let inside my apartment. Don't get judgy. Look, love is blind, but theft is real, okay? She's like, "I'm so sorry to tell you this, but we actually don't have Plan B because this is only an emergency medical clinic and this isn't technically considered an emergency." I'm like, "Oh, lady, we have a huge misunderstanding. It's an emergency that I don't have a kid with this guy. Emergency." To put it in perspective for you, before we had sex, I had to loan him my hair scrunchie so that he could pull back his man bun. Emergency. She's like, okay, well, I have an idea for you." I'm like, "Great, what's that?" She's like, "There is this woman back at my camp who has a spell." So then I I just started crying. And she's like, okay, here's another thing. You could go up to one of the rangers and see if there are any feminist camps that are giving out like tampons or birth control. Maybe they would have Plan B. So I was like, great, I'll try it out. So I leave and I walk around until I see a ranger. He's a guy with like a walkie-talkie and a clipboard. And I just go right up to him and I was like, excuse me, sir. Do you happen to know of any feminist camps that are giving out tampons or birth control or especially Plan B? And then he's like, what's Plan B? And I was like, like the morning after pill. And then he's like, oh, I'm really sorry, sweetheart. I don't know about a lot of that lady stuff. So he's like, oh, okay. Well, I guess that's understandable. Just to break it down for you, the basics of what's going on here is that I am ovulating and I am full of semen and we have got to turn this ship around. He's like, oh, I think I understand what you need. You know who might be able to help you out is Camp Beaverton, the lesbian camp. I was like, I don't think these lesbians are gonna have birth control. Like, they are birth control. I'm not just gonna roll up there on my bike and be like, my sisters, I repent. I promise to write a slam poem about what I learned from this experience. No way. So I was starting to panic. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to get off the playa in time to get home in that like narrow window of time you have to take Plan B. So I go back to my own camp, and then this amazing thing happens. There's this woman there. She's bisexual, but the night before, she had tripped on acid. And on her acid trip, she decided that she only wanted to be intimate with women from now on for the rest of the year. So she gave me her entire unopened packet of birth control for the month, and then I just took it and I ate the entire thing. Which was Plan C. I'm not a mom, you guys. All right, thank you so much.